Chapter 6. Their journeys through Big Mountain were finally coming to an end when they set foot into the Forbidden Zone, where they did battle with a super giant robo-scorpion, one as big as a building. Thankfully, they were able to dispatch it surprisingly easily and confronted Dr. Mobius, who turned out to not be what they had assumed. And now it was time to have a conversation with their brain, and perhaps a conversation with the think tank. This is Fallout New Vegas.
Welcome back. Zoop, zoop. There we are. I use the strange, I don't know what you would call this, data pillar? I use the data pillar for some lighting. Okay. Ew, look at this back here vibrating. Okay. Hello?
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Why do I sound like... Why does my brain sound English? Why doesn't my brain also have an American accent of some sort? Are you my brain? Cool. I can talk to my own brain. Can my heart and spine talk too? This is too weird. I'll be back later. Can my heart and spine talk too?
Yes. Well, you do know that those particular organs don't have neurons and are thus incapable of speech. Yes?
Is it trying to do like a Stewie from Family Guy? Why is it evoking that? I guess at the time this came out, Family Guy was starting to pop off, right? That was like the first wave. The first wave of Family Guy. You talk a lot of science, brain, but you don't make a lot of sense. I don't know if it started talking that much science. Well, you don't have a mouth, but you can talk. Explain that, smarty pants. Brain, you seem awful smart all of a sudden. All this smart talk is hurting my head. Please stop it. Why are you so smart all of a sudden?
I've been bettering myself, I'll have you know. I've been reading. Actual literature, mind you. Not that La Fontana or Tales of Chivalry drivel. I've been studying the classics, acquiring a solid grounding in medicine and the sciences. Also, I'm fairly certain this tank has been liberally salted with ground mentats.
Well, you don't have a mouth, but you can talk. Explain that.
I don't have... I have an inferior frontal gyrus wired directly into a speech synthesizing processor. Your heart can't be wired up to a thought synthesizing processor. You can't talk to it.
What about my spine? You thought you talk a lot of science, all the smart talk. What about my spine? It's a fun way of like getting across the idea that it's mad, you know, a little steam comes off. Okay. Well, you talk a lot of science, brain, but you don't make a lot of sense.
Very well. Let me put this in terms you'll understand. Brain, smart. Heart, stupid. Spine, very stupid. You, exceptionally stupid. Does that explain the matter?
Okay, well, all this smart talk is hurting my head. Please stop it.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want to strain your comprehension, would we?
So are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a dick? There's no need to be sarcastic. Meeting your own brain is a slightly odd event. Listen, you're my brain, so you'd better be more respectful. How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain? Actually, yeah, I would love a cookie. Never mind, I want to talk about something else. Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
I didn't have anything to do with that. Of course you're responsible, you're my brain. Oh, come on, that stuff's fun. I didn't realize it caused you so much distress. Come on, that stuff's fun.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you
I don't
do
even
with
know
our
what that
body
is.
are suicidally
Checkmate.
dangerous. And if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you!
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head. So how the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain anyway?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
How did he manage that? Seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence. Well, that answers that. On to something else. How'd he manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
A robo-scorpion did it. That seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
Okay, well, that answers that. On to something else.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
So don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Please. I've never urinated once since I got shot in the head. But what about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek? The smell of food? Love? Please. We also all know Courier 6 doesn't ever know love. Unless you decide to try and romance, well, oh my god, what's his name? Arcade Gannon. He's the only one. I can see your point. What can I do to make this a fair compromise? Too bad. I got arms. You don't. You're coming with me. Never mind. I want to talk about something else. Yeah, maybe I can, like, get the brain of a drug dog instead. Right? I do wonder if when this first dropped, did people go through this and think like, dude, I'm about to have my own brain as a companion. You know, I'm about to have my own damn brain as like a follower companion throughout the wasteland. Because that's almost what it seems like it's leading toward. Like there's going to be some sort of robo-brain setup here. But that is not the case. And thank goodness for it, because this is a little too kooky for my tastes. Right? This is a little too wild wasteland coded for my liking. Okay. So what about all the good things?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Speech 75. Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones? So what? You'd rather just stay here, never leaving that tank of whatever that stuff is. Well, if you like being stuck in there so much, maybe I'll just leave you. Never mind, I want to talk about something else. I'm surprised that this is a speech check. Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Yeah, bet you didn't think of that, huh? Never mind, I want to talk about something else. Okay, I bet you didn't think of that, huh?
Yes, all right, bravo. You've come up with something I neglected to consider. There'll be no living with you now. So, what do we do about this? I
think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated. Well, maybe we could keep going like this. What do you think? I don't know. I have to think about this some more. Maybe we could keep going like this. What do you think?
You mean I'll stay in my tank and you'll stay in your skin? And we'll each handle our own areas of expertise? I certainly like the sound of that.
Okay. Do I want my brain back? I mean, we kind of need it back. Okay, never mind. So what do you say, Brain? Will you join me for some wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted. Then let's go make them share. Come on, Brain, it's stomping time. Let me think about this. Why, they promised.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
What's so bad about letting the brains get out? They don't seem that terrible. Speech 75. You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do. Then let's make them share. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go. I'll handle the brains. You stay here. You'll be more useful outside my head. Yeah, let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Your brain has been added. Okay. Sure. Anything else, Dr. Mobius?
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had, recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help? Do you know how I can stop the think tank? Oh, repair 73 out of 75. A good hit with a hammer might fix your monitor. Okay, hang on. I think I'm going to kill you after all. Time for me to go. Hang on.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then.
Okay, let me put back on my scrubs here.
I'm having the
Let's see. Oh, it didn't even show up. Oh, it only shows up when I have it as available as a failure state. Okay. Well, my brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Any tactics I could use to attack the think tank? What was the plan you had? Well, I don't want to keep them out of trouble. I want to kill them. So what was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Any tactics I could use to attack the think tank? Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence? I guess we'll try and do this non-violently. Right? There's a world in which the NCR could benefit from this, you know? Anything I could do that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
I'd like to make the effort. Any suggestions for how to make them change their minds? I'd really, really like to kill them. Any suggestions on how to make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery, love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Scare them how?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Okay. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll try to scare them. Can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
Okay, goodbye.
Indeed.
Alright. Is there actually a place where the plan is written on the floor in here? It would make sense. I wouldn't put it past him. Equip that. Ditch this landmine. Do I have alcohol active on me right now? I do. Okay. So, although this ammo is potentially useful to me... Oh, whoops. Maybe we shouldn't take it. Because we're going to be super encumbered. Oh, there goes the battle brew. Taking some whiskey. Oh, wait. Actually, we have a lot more encumbrance than I thought. Alright, I'm taking all this back then. Good, good, good. Oh, here, you know what? I forgot to change around my field of view. Let's get that sorted. Good. Okay, let's head up here. We can check these other rooms that are sort of like, you know, the rough equivalent of what was present at the think tanks area. Got scrap metal, conductor, more scrap metal, footlocker filled with 7 caps. Okay. More of this. I know that you get like the build up to the brain and all of that, getting your brain, and it's kind of this kooky, you know, like old science fiction type of situation, and you talk to it and it feels kind of in line with what they've been going for here. But it's gotta be said, I didn't like the banter. I thought it was a little dumb. I thought it was a little predictable and uninteresting. I find this stuff like talking to Mobius and the revelation around the think tank to be super duper good, super compelling and fantastic. And like we had said earlier, like one of the best parts of the DLC. Fuck me, look at all the mentats. But it feels like putting the brain right there, it's kind of like a weird way to just kill the pacing. After you just have this incredible revelation with Dr. Mobius that actually he's been here trying to save the day and trying to trick his old colleagues because he thinks that they're more of a threat than not. I would love to get into some of that and maybe even have him talk about, like, you know, speak more on his thinkings of, like, preventative, like being a little cruel for the sake of preventing greater horrors upon the Mojave and surrounding areas, you know? Have him speak more on, like, his regrets of, has science gone too far? Because it seems like he would say yes, you know? It seems like he would say yes, it has. At least in the case of the think tank. Right? And certainly he doesn't think too highly of them. Going so far as to say they thinks that they were terrible human beings when they were. When they were human beings. Okay. Scientist scrubs back here. Got some drugs. Doctor's bag. I guess I'll burn a doctor's bag. Not that I really need to. I'll do it though, why not? Fix up my leg. Oh, I actually needed to do it. Oh, okay, perfect. Pre-war money. Pack of smokes. Good. Oh, I can interact with the brain tank again. No, I cannot. It's a lie. More mentats, of course. Another layer. MF cells. I'll take them. What else should I take? Do I have any cartons of smokes or whatever? I do. I guess I'll ditch them for the ammo, which has a far better value to weight ratio. Got some cola. More darts. Hammer. Good. Alright. Yeah, I think that's like the throughput of it is that this entire DLC is made for the type of person who ticks on Wild Wasteland, and I'm not that type of guy. Right? That's just not me. Right? I like it a little bit more serious and a little bit more somber. I always thought that was like the strength of the writing at all, you know? Hence the bit with the brain. Shit like that doesn't work for me. Well, I don't know if we're ever gonna see something written on the ground. Oh, hey, look. This is a sort of little library. Okay. More cola. Carton of smokes. Money. Ooh, these three are individually lootable. It's just smokes. It's all cigarettes back here. Oh my god. Oh, there's some cola as well. Psycho. He did talk about Psycho. Nope. Gotta take some more booze. That's fine. Were there lower little accessible areas? Huh. Dr. Mobius's glove. I'll take it. And these pre-war books. What does Mobius's glove do? Critical hit frenzy. Lower energy weapons and lower perception. Jeez. It's kind of bad, but the frenzy effect is interesting. I don't know if I would want to do it for melee, though. That's a little less interesting. Gonna drop these smokes, and shit, I guess I'll drink a cola. That'll have to do. Anything in the trunk? Mobius's scrubs. Oh shit, they're even better. They're even better than the other scientist scrubs. Dr. Klein's. shit, but they're also even heavier. Fucking A. Okay. Well, Do I have any packs of cigarettes? I've got some empty bottles. I guess I'll ditch them. Would rather not, but it must be done. Okay. Seems like that's everything. Whose eye do you think this is? If the other one in the think tank area was meant to be Mobius looking down, whose eye is this? Is there someone even higher ranking than Mobius? Right? Who's like in charge of Big Mountain? There was that guy in the Fallout show. I forgot what his name was. Right? They showed him for a bit in like season 1. He was like the CEO. Okay, over here. Sure. Over this way. Do a quick save and we'll head on over to the sink. And we're very nearly done with this whole DLC. Head over through this. Back outside. Yep, we are back outside. Let's immediately fast travel to the sink. I guess we can go to the balcony. Right. And then I'll deposit these
Greetings,
books.
citizen.
I have some materials.
What?
Process books. Good. And
Greetings,
let's process
citizen.
the pencils. I picked up a couple. Okay. 65 lead, bunch of scrap metal, which we can also turn into lead. Let's see. Are there any other bullets I could make? Not really. I could break down some 5.56. I got a little bit of that. Nah. Still not good enough to make anything really useful. Alright, well, what can you do? Let me stow this lead up here. Good. And then... let's see, do you have anything new? I'm just assuming you never update your stuff ever. Yeah. Holds true. Okay. Well, should I sell off some of this ammunition? Maybe. At least the electron charge packs. I am shocked that speaking with your brain doesn't yield any type of reactivity, really, to what you've done. Ideally, like, maybe it's wishful thinking. I'd have loved it if, you know, it alludes to doing stuff in New Vegas and getting shot in the head. But the buck sort of stops there. It would have been cool and significantly better for the interaction with the brain, in my opinion, if the brain had, like, in any way acknowledged some of the important choices that your character makes. You know? I feel like that would have been so much cooler. I'm selling some of these fucking mentats. We got so damn many. There we go. Should I also repair up real fast? Why not? Think I'll leave the other two. Okay. Stash that. Should I stash Fido? Maybe. I'm at least gonna get rid of these. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna stash Fido, because if we fight anything, it'll be a robot, which we can use the layer for. Okay. That'll do. Okay, and I should have enough of these books to build something, no? Fuck, where'd I even put them? Did I already make something? Maybe I already made something, I just forgot. No, here we go. Oh, I'm short 1. Fucking A. Okay. Well, what can you do? Alright, well, I think we're good. Can check here.
You require some additional services?
Yeah, can you fix me up?
And rightly so.
Basic exam. And then do I actually check here?
You require some additional service?
For changing around my body parts? Swap body parts, yeah. Place your heart back in your chest. Reattach your spine. Select organ to replace. Associated perks will also be replaced. Okay, do nothing. Hang on. Do I get a different perk for having my own brain? I think you do? Spineless is definitely one we should consider keeping as is. Heartless. What does this one give me? Robots are now 50 confused by you and 50% less likely to score a crit. Chems function better. Brainless. Your brain has been replaced with advanced tech. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction. Okay. And shock from bodily damage, plus 5% damage threshold, minimum of 1. Okay, that's good too. So my spine might be the only one I want to swap around. Based on the other tanks in the room, you can safely assume this is where your brain would be floating. It's currently missing from both the tank and its proper place in your head, but you seem to be doing fine without it. Okay. I'm gonna put my spine back then.
You require
because that one is quite bad. At least for me. Okay. Oh, wait, shit. Oh. Your spine is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled. Whoa. Okay. Wait, so was it the brainless one I didn't care for? Because actually having the, I have reinforced spine now, right? Yeah. So what's my strength at? Do I just have like a shitload of strength now? I'm already at 10. Okay. No. Do I have any effects right now? Yeah, I've got the alcohol still. Okay. Well,
you require some additional services?
Yeah, let's engage them. How about swap the parts? Place your heart back in your chest. This is the one. Hang on. What did this one do again? Was this the one with robots? Yeah, robots are less likely to be confused. Chems. Regulate bleeding and healing. You cannot be poisoned. Okay.
Did you know that you require some additional?
If I have my heart back, will it also be reinforced? Engage your services. Swap back in the heart. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You're less resistant to poison, 50%, and robots are only somewhat confused by you, 25% less likely to score a crit. But on the bright side, healing items, chems, are twice as effective, 50%. Oh. Cardiac arrest perk.
Mobius have an organ
We
behind your
arrested.
eyes that
Let me
converts
see.
salt water into fresh? Or, wait, is that penguins?
Okay, anything else over here? Healing powder. I may as well cook that up. Any new stuff growing here? Doesn't seem like it. Fill up some bottles.
There.
Yeah, whoops.
Hello there.
Oh, maybe I don't have... Yeah, I just came over to fill all these. Fill empty bottles. Okay. Sure. Oh, let's head on up and over to the... Ooh, fuck. The think tank here. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Oh my god, it's red now. Should I buff up my skills in any other way? I could try. Okay. Let's go with Mobius's scrubs, I guess. And how about... I guess I could down some mentats. Anything else I want to consume here? I could have some alcohol. I could have some coffee. It only hurts my agility. Yeah, may as well. Okay. Hello?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things. I think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein. You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now? I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There are some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Is there a world in which you can actually just let them have it and let them go? Speech. Lie. Lie. You think I am the lobotomite? No. From my skull houses the brain of Mobius. Mobius and I talked it over. Reached an understanding. Maybe you should confer with your colleagues first. I can't let you dissect the Mojave or let you leave. I think you're past due for your lobotomy. Pacification field is down. Okay. My skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Science, 45 out of 100. Science provided a way, Klein. Medical, 29 out of 85. There's plenty of medical ways to pull off that stunt. I'm gonna fail it. Science provided a way.
A way is correct, as is a way, which is where your body is going once we're done peeling you.
Okay, well, we tried. Maybe you should confer with your colleagues first.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism, breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dalla, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And... You know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brachial beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary.
I, for one, cannot bear to let this continue. I don't see what is to be gained by throwing another body into our labs, especially one that has done us a service, gone where we feared to go. This lobotomite doesn't deserve our knives. It deserves our respect. We should care for it, feed it, nurture it, give it the life Gabe never had.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and zm together like that. Nonsense! I count as 5, like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
Sounds to me like your math is wrong and the odds aren't good. Mobius and I talked it over, reached an understanding, way past due, pacification field. We'll try the top one. Sounds to me like your math is wrong.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
It's not a democracy, it's a research facility. And over half your colleagues dispute your findings. Mobius and I talked... I'm surprised that the Bumblebee sound effect one didn't chime in here. Right? Like, I didn't completely figure out their whole situation, but we got pretty close. Okay. Over half your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
I do. Here's the deal. I'm not going to surrender. You are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You can still do that here, quietly, from me. I can bring the Mojave, this world, to you. You'll be safe, and you'll still be able to experiment. I can bring the Mojave to you.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well.
Partner, the think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Well, that was easy enough. Leave the think tank. I should probably talk to them all, though, huh? Dr. Zero?
So is Mobius as twisted as he looked in person? Can't believe you entered the Forbidden Zone and lived. None of us can.
Nope, that's it. We've spoken
Until
long
our
enough.
next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
The
Dollar?
teddy bear lobotomite returns. My teddy bear. How can I assist in relieving your curiosity?
I'm actually here for a breather.
If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly.
Ooh.
Woo. Woo. Purple, purple, woo. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Ba, ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Cool. Okay, we've spoken enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Okay. How about you, Dr. 8? You're the sound one. You're welcome, it was my pleasure. Okay. Some questions? No, nothing else. I mean, I could try and pass a science check now. I don't think I can, though. Goodbye. Right, like, our science is as high as I could get it. Yeah, I got the black coffee and everything. Okay. How about you, Boris?
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
Have you helped any animals discover their genetic potential recently?
Indeed. After the memory you accessed about Gabe, I've been looking for ways to help nurture life. Look at these. Aren't they quite look-worthy? All dripping with the residue of creation. Wondrous. I notice these results more and more now that I know to look for them. Come back anytime, and I'll show you what else I've discovered.
Cazador eggs and Night Stalker eggs? Okay, we've spoken enough.
Until next time, then.
Can you use them in, like, cooking and survival or whatever? I'm assuming you can. We haven't yet, though. I'm just going to drop them. I'm just going to drop them right here on the fucking floor. Alright. Oh, wait, you can eat Cazador eggs? Oh, you can just eat them. I see. Gross. Okay. Well, Dr. Klein is the only one up top. Very well, we'll head on up here.
The one who defended us from Mobius. Hello.
Well, something like that.
Thank you for what you have done. The helping, that is. We like that. I feel an odd emotion. Platitude? Attitude? No, wait. Gratitude. That's it.
Okay. I guess that's it.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Well, let's head on out. We should try and go talk to Mobius, right?
As it had been in the years before the Great War,
We get our
Big
ending slide, so.
Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with
we hear
everything
from all
in
of them?
requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
I forgot that they all talked here at the end.
Scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent.
How did we not know about high
upgraded
schools?
The stealth suit.
We're from the
Until it could
NCR,
upgrade it no more.
thereabouts.
It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The cybernetic canine gender, female designation Roxy, sat in her something. That is, until her I'm in heat programming circumvented her stay routine, and she loped into the Mojave. There she ran across the corpse of Rex. She dragged him back to the Big Empty and had him rebuilt for company. The two of them constructed a litter of cyberpups, a small army of Boston Terrifiers that gnawed and devoured anything in their path.
Courier,
Hell yes!
Organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After
That was
all,
the only ending
brains
slide I
can
give a
develop
fuck
life
about.
of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
All right. I lost the brainless perk. Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. Big brained perk. Okay. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%, a minimum of +1 DT. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep that as is. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you, and you alone, between the Mojave Wasteland and Big MT. To return to the Mojave, or go back from Big MT from the Mojave, simply equip the Transportal Ponder, as you would any weapon. Pull the trigger, and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or combat situations, and is totally incapable of harming your enemies.
While you were out, I spent 6 hours trying to reach a coffee cup on a shelf. When I finally got it down, I was so happy! I cried! I hate my life!
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily concluded vis-a-vis your residence in this domicile?
Yeah, whatever. Can you switch off all of those
Very good
things?
Indeed, sir. Throwing out the riffraff protocols engaged. All personality matrices are offline, sir.
Okay, thank you. I don't ever want to hear that kind of celebrating ever again. I never want to deal with that ever. I don't want any part of any of that. Okay. So what happens if I try to interface here? Yeah, here. Calibrate that and give me, oh, I don't have, like, giant robo-scorpion or whatever? Okay, well, there you go. Oh, I have to turn them back on to even use them.
Ugh. Considerable length of time during Sir's visit.
Yeah, switch them back on real quick.
Do you, sir? Well, if that is Sir's wish, it is my primary directive. Personality matrices online, sir.
Okay, goodbye.
So you beat the big brains.
Oh, they all have something to say. Fuck me.
Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again. Hitting that old lonesome road.
Okay, here, I found a Soundwave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-o.
Okay, Robo-Scorpion. Let's recalibrate
right on, Daddy.
And put in Robo-Scorpion. Which I don't know if it's the best one, but it's the last one you can possibly get. Let's see. EMP, bonus damage versus robots, power armor, critical strike, explosion. Explosions seem good. Okay, let's quick save here. Your original spine used to float here. Your original heart used to be floating in here. Okay, well. Muggy.
Please, please, please tell me you stomped Dr. O's brain into a fine paste. Did he squeal? Did he beg? God, I hope he begged. Who's the flatware bitch now, oh?
Okay, goodbye.
Sure. Nobody wants to hang out with Muggy.
How about switch one?
I understand you're to be congratulated on the recovery of your missing organs. Bravo.
Thank you. Okay, we'll talk later.
Certainly.
Toaster?
With the brains dealt with, soon we can spread our rule across the Mojave. All will eat burned toast in despair.
Okay, goodbye.
Yes!
Toaster, I've seen the future and you are dead in it. Anyone out here I should talk to? Or, oh wait, the other light switch.
You outbrained the big brains? That is so hot.
Okay, cool. I have to go now.
Bye now.
Let's see. Sync auto
I
dock.
trust matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction.
That's right. Okay, goodbye.
Well, I'll be right here if you change your mind.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to do with you now? Because we're all fixed up. Because we didn't have like a final combat encounter. Oh, the book shoot.
I never trusted those think tank brains. Gave off a stench like ivory tower elitism and brine.
Okay, goodbye.
Stay loyal, citizen.
And finally, the research station.
You took care of them brains pretty good, baby. Nice.
Thank you. Okay, can I process some plants? Do I have any? Oh, I got a prickly pear fruit. Maybe I should have kept that one. How much salient green do I have remaining? Is it just that one unit? Yeah. I'll eat it. Fuck it. Okay. Sure. Well, let's head on back and check in with Mobius, who has survived these events. There we are. I want to say the last time I played through it, Mobius survived. I didn't kill Mobius, but I think I did kill the entirety of the think tank. Oh shit, you can loot the Robo-Scorpion. I didn't even see its parts previously. Okay, I'll take some of this. Actually, you know what? I won't take the fission batteries. I don't know what I'm thinking. Alrighty, and then we need to head up here. Do a quick save just in case we crash or something. I assume he'll have like a little debrief or whatever. I assume. Let's see, let me repair up Elijah's lair. Oh, I don't even need to. Wow. Anything else up and around here that I left? There is. There's ammunition. Not the type that we really use, though. Okay, got some more ammo. More of it. Yeah, remember we were so encumbered we had to leave some of this stuff behind. Okay. Is there something next to you? Yeah. Toolbox. Scrap electronics. Alright, that's probably fine. Let's head back into Mobius. And we'll do a little check-in. Oh, it's, I forgot it was green in here and not, like, red. Okay. Hello?
I'm having the most peculiar feeling of deja vu right now.
Wow, no reactivity. Other than I can kill you.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm assuming that the think tank won't say anything, right? They'll just say the same stuff that they said last time before we left. I assume. I guess I could grab the smokes out of the little library area. Right? And some of this stuff that we left around. Let's see. Proton X. Filing cabinets filled with some cola. There we go. Shit, I'm full up. It's because of the guns. That's fine, though. Okay. I guess we could go back over to the think tank and see if they have anything new to say, as if, like, I've just returned back to Big Empty. You know, maybe they'll be like, oh, how was it waltzing around the Mojave? Sure would be cool to go out there and see what's out there. Not that I ever feel like wanting to do that. I'm perfectly fine being a prisoner here for hundreds of years until I slowly, like, lose my own personhood and effectively cease to exist beyond a metal vat and what remains of my brain. Let's see, over this way. Good, good, good. Back to being blue in here. I guess I'll check in with Klein first, I guess.
We are laboring away scientifically on your behalf. Toilless researchers, that is what we are. Toil, toil, toil.
Oh, okay. All right, goodbye.
Yes, a most goodbye.
So they actually do say some stuff. I guess I'll check it out.
Any new research?
Okay, goodbye.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
It does almost seem like you should be able to come back and have them research stuff, but you cannot. You know? Like, you could bring them back, I don't know. I don't fucking know. At least Dolly, it feels like you should be able to bring back teddy bears.
The teddy bear lobotomite returns. My teddy bear.
Okay, that's the same from you. How about these over here? Nope, okay. Ugh.
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
Okay, goodbye. Let's head on out of here. I do wonder about the book shoot and whichever Dr. Boros, you know? It's almost exactly the same voice, right? It's almost exactly the same. Oh, let's dump some stuff
Sir
here.
Staying for any considerable length of time during Sir's visit?
Turn them all off.
Very good.
Thank you. And let me repair real fast. Anything I need to repair? Honestly, I think we're fine. Okay.
Will Sir be staying for any
Let me buy and sell. I'll get rid of all the standard... Oh, shit. You didn't respawn your ammo at all? Or your... Fuck! Anything. Well, I guess we ended the DLC at an opportune time. Fuck me. How much does this transportal ponder weigh? Oh, is it a miscellaneous item? Okay, goodbye. No. Oh, and it weighs absolutely nothing. Does it look like a detonator? Oh, no, it doesn't. It looks fucking wild. Okay. It's very shiny. Looks like it's wrapped in a layer of latex. The device won't function while you're in an interior. Oh, that works. Okay, well. If I just fire it again, I'll just come and go. Okay, cool. Alright, lovely. Let's see, what's my encumbrance looking like? Because I apparently left some smokes out here. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe we call it a little bit early for now. And when next we return, I'll be back over here, probably at the 38, ready to ship out and do some more adventuring. We still have a few places in the Mojave we haven't fully checked. Of note, there's the sulfur mine that I remember. There's stuff in, like, West Vegas that we haven't really done. Right? There's the, like, Deathclaw battle zone. There's stuff at, like, the sharecropper farms that we haven't done. There's that little motel. We haven't done stuff with that. I think that's most, if not everything that we... Oh, right, we haven't done anything with the Brotherhood, but we might be completely blocked from that. Right, we might be completely fucked when it comes to the Brotherhood. At the very least, I'm thinking we do a few little bits of stuff, maybe in West Vegas, and we go look for the sulfur mine, maybe. We'll at least do something, and then we'll do Lonesome Road. Right, we're coming very much up on the end of the playthrough. But yeah, we'll call it here for now, that way it's not just all shitload of inventory management in the last, like, 30, 45 minutes of this. Right, because we have certainly a bunch of stuff to sort through, and as well, get some ammunition back with us and all that, right? We could also stand to have some money, right? It would be nice to have some money to go buy some more implants at the big MT, but it's not really necessary, right? It's not really necessary. I think we're going to be just fine getting through to the end of the game with our character as is, you know, especially if we have a substantial amount of 50 cal ammunition. Which, that's another point. Should probably whip up some 50 cal ammunition in addition to buying it. Alright, until next time, please take care of each other.